Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are threatening creators. Gwyneth Paltrow is starting another feud with Jennifer Aniston over Brad Pitt, and Justin Bieber won't be touring anytime soon, according to Hailey. So let's get into it. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Blake Lively is currently grasping for straws, trying to figure out how she can make Justin Baldoni look like he created this hate campaign against her. Now, she has gone after a bunch of different content creators, and she has not gone after me, even though we've made plenty of content about her. And what's interesting is that Blake went after a few select people, some people who have just a couple thousand followers. Like one YouTuber, Cassidy O'Connell, actually wrote a letter to the judge explaining herself and why the subpoena isn't valid. What Blake's team did was they subpoenaed Google, so a bunch of creators got an email where it said that they have to give over this information. And if you don't have a lawyer, this is a really scary situation to be in.
There is 100% a smear campaign against Blake Lively. Like, this is going on the internet, and we're trying to uncover it. All of those people are going to get deposed, right? You want all those people to get deposed, all of the influencers. And influencer after influencer, content creator after content creator is going to come out on those depositions telling the truth, which is going to be that there is no public smear campaign against her. Like, what? The level of conspiracy, and it literally just takes like a morsel of common sense to figure that out.
What's even crazier is the amount of information that Blake is requiring from everyone. She wants to see their financial information, their emails, to see if anyone had been talking to Justin Baldoni. So Cassidy's calling her out, saying this subpoena is unduly burdensome and meant to harass and intimidate. And also the amount of information that you're giving up to Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds is scary. Who knows what they're going to do with that information? We know a lot of these Hollywood people have like goons out here that they'll send to go and do their dirty business. And I'm not going to write off that, Ryan Reynolds doesn't have like a Diddy team that he could go and send after people. Like, that's just my opinion. I think everyone in Hollywood has a big team that they will do anything for the celebrity in question. Like one YouTuber, Mackenzie Folks, was asked for credit card and bank information from each account to see if there were any premium services utilized through her YouTube to go and push these videos even further. They are literally looking for every single person out here, trying to see if they can find a little crack into this narrative to make it seem like this campaign was created. They weren't able to go and prove that Justin Baldoni had created this hate campaign, so now they're trying to blame us. But Blake Lively's lawyers are adamant that Justin Baldoni's team has created an untraceable media campaign designed to take her down. Now, I'm going to need an explanation from the lawyers. Like, what do you mean untraceable? Because I don't think that they could commit this crime without it being traceable. Justin Baldoni's team isn't knocking on our doors trying to give us information. This comment reads, "It can't be that dozens of content creators are lying and Blake Lively is the only one telling the truth. What she's doing is really crazy. Leave everyone alone and go away. It's an attempt at intimidation, but it's not going to work. We aren't backing down. All she's done is prove that everything that Justin Baldoni has said about her is true." Now, you guys might be wondering, where is Ryan Reynolds in all of this? Well, supposedly Ryan is trying to help Blake adjust to living a normal life. This report claims that Blake is really leaning on her husband Ryan Reynolds to go and save her from this mess she's gotten herself into. Blake has been trying to reach out to her old friends like Taylor Swift to go and mend what they once had, but nothing is coming to fruition. And other friends like Gigi Hadid are also isolating Blake even further. Blake has been now deliberately avoiding public appearances. She doesn't want to be seen out at restaurants or parties or anything like that.
Hey, Blake Lively privates her Instagram and no longer says she wants to be a public figure is when I'll leave her alone. Of course, downplaying the backlash, saying she didn't know any better. I've disliked her prior to this lawsuit. I truly believe someone's true colors will always show. Happy to see the rest of the world is catching up.
Supposedly, Blake is not scared to face the challenge ahead. Quote, "Ryan and her family, especially her sister Robin, have been a rock for Blake through it all." Blake Lively's deposition is coming up really soon, about a week, and they say that she's not nervous, but I would be nervous if I was her dealing with Brian Friedman. They say once the legal deposition is over, she'll breathe a sigh of relief. Blake Lively appears confident to weather the storm, supported by Ryan Reynolds and her family. Well, good luck to Blake Lively on that, but let's go ahead and shift gears. There's a few different stories I want to talk to you guys about today. one involving Gwyneth Paltrow's new book. Now, we're getting a lot of information about Gwyneth's life. She decided to do a book where somebody else wrote the book for her, but did interviews with her about her life. Now, supposedly Gwen thought that this book would be about her ski trial incident that happened a couple years ago, but it turns out it's not about that at all. It's really about Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. She was asked about how she felt about Brad Pitt marrying Jennifer Aniston. She said, "Are you really asking me this question?" Gwyneth said. "I can't comment on this kind of thing," she said. In reality, Gwen confided to friends that she felt sad when she learned that they were getting married, that Brad and Jen. I mean, in hindsight, I don't think you need to feel sad at all, because Brad did Jen dirty when he left her for Angelina. So this author interviewed a bunch of people who are close to Gwyneth as part of this book, and that includes Aaron Lauder, someone who's part of the Estee Lauder Cosmetics brand. And it turns out that they were having a dinner talking about Brad Pitt, and according to someone familiar with the discussion, Gwyneth told Aaron that he was dumber than a sack of shit. She said he was brought up very religious in Missouri, which, shout out to all the people in the Midwest. It's a very different world from hers, growing up in Manhattan, going to an elite private school. They report that they think that Gwyneth felt like he wasn't sophisticated enough for her. She thought that she was smarter, better, and more educated.
She said that Brad and I had very different upbringings. So when we would go to restaurants and order caviar, I had to say to Brad, "This is beluga, and this is," I don't even know how to say this word, ostra.
Oh yeah,
Like basically, he wasn't cultured enough for her, is the rumor. And that's how it ended.
I mean, the fact that this is such a big vocal point of her book makes it seem like Gwyneth is still pressed. She did say in her Call Her Daddy interview that it was really hard for her during her breakup with Brad Pitt. She said there were a number of things that happened. He was 9 years older than me. He knew what he wanted. He was ready to go and do it, and I was kind of all over the place.
Okay, we're gonna play a game. Brad or Ben? It'll be fun.
Brad.
No. I didn't even ask a question.
Oh, I thought that was the question. Brad or Ben?
That's so good.
Now I
Okay.
get.
But because this book is coming out, they're starting to do press for it. And I don't think Gwyneth actually even read the book before they started to do this press for it, because they're leading with these stories about Brad Pitt, and she did not know they were going to do that or even make this a big part of the book. Well, now there's a lot of people who are upset, including Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, and even Ben Affleck are all being dragged into this book. According to Gwyneth, she's even denying some of the things that are coming out, saying that she doesn't quite remember it that way, but she's not fully going to deny it either. She's just a little bit confused because when she signed this contract for this book, she thought it was going to be about the 2023 ski trial. Quote, she's not mad. If anything, she's flattered that people still care.
I was skied directly into by Mr. Sanderson. I was skiing and two skis came between my skis, forcing my legs apart, and then there was a body pressing against me, and there was a very strange grunting noise. So my brain was trying to make sense of what was happening. I thought, is this a practical joke? Is someone like doing something perverted?
Although the book has not hit the market yet, it's already stirred a lot of interest. Sources say that Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's teams have been made aware of the impending release, and they are standing on guard, ready to go to war. Now, that book will be coming out in about a week, so we'll have to see how everyone reacts, including Gwyneth, because, you know, it's kind of interesting that there's a book coming out about her that she was a part of, yet she's clearly not read it yet. But moving on to Justin Bieber, he has been going through it. If you have not seen my podcast today on Let's Get Into a Podcast, definitely go and check it out, because we're talking about how he refuses to get sober. And I think part of that reason has now led to the decision for him not to tour. He just dropped an album, Swag, and usually artists will go and tour after they release an album, especially if it's doing well, and his is doing pretty decent. So fans were hoping for a tour, but reports claim that it's not happening anytime soon. Justin's team and his close friends are still concerned about his mental and emotional preparedness to return to the stage. Quote, he's not ready. The pressure, the fame, it's never really stopped haunting him. His team is currently fearing that the intensity of going on tour and having these performances could be detrimental to his well-being. Supposedly, Hailey is working to minimize any negativity or added pressure that could further deteriorate him, but he's still struggling, and the relationship kind of is too. You guys remember when Justin told Hailey that she wouldn't get the cover of Vogue? Well, she did another issue with Vogue. I don't think she had the cover, but she did an article, and she opens up about her crazy life being married to Justin. Hailey said living life is very difficult while constantly reading falsehoods on the internet, like they're getting divorced or they're no longer happy together. She says it's something that really drives you crazy. I'm not even sure I can explain explain it. It's a crazy life. However, what's mostly written about her online isn't true, she claims. I have a real life. I have one that I share with my wonderful family, my friends, and with the people who know me and love me. It looks like Kendall Jenner also gave a quote describing Hailey as caring and almost maternal. Kendall said, I'm a bit of a hypochondriac, and if I'm having a panic attack, she'll come right over and take care of me. Justin also gave a statement saying that Hailey's in the spotlight. She has the attention because of her effortless knock for style, business, art, and fashion, and the way she makes being a mom and wife look easy. He said, I've done a lot of dumb things in my life, but the smartest thing I've ever done was to marry Hailey. This comment reads, yes, well, Hailey, living with a mentally ill human being with drug issues must be exhausting. Well, this person writes that Hailey's the strongest female in Hollywood and the happiest. Go on, Miss Bieber. Keep living your best life with your hubby, son, and future Bieber babies. Giggly posted, perfect answer about reality and love, Hailey. Justin loves her so much, to never allowing jealous haters to touch your real life. Well, congratulations on that, guys. I mean, they go back and forth. We get songs coming out in Justin's album about them going through it. Then we got Hailey telling Vogue that it's not true. I don't know what's real. I think they are on the up and up because Hailey has set down some boundaries. She, quote, loves him, but can't be living on this roller coaster anymore. No more public meltdowns, no more immature behavior, and he's got to cut down on the weed habit. Justin has been really trying. He even tried to do a total detox to prove that he's serious, but then, like we reported today on the podcast, he doesn't want to get sober. This has been a pattern for a while. Justin pushes Hailey to her breaking point. Things explode. They make up. Things are good for a while before the cycle all starts again. Now that's all I have for you guys. I wanted to go and talk about a few different stories that I saw floating around, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.